Greetings. How are you doing? How are you doing in this world of confusion? You see, the devil, Hashatan, the resistor, Diabolos, tried to get people destroyed for even possessing the Bible. Centuries ago in the UK, for example, if you possessed a Bible, you were burnt alive. Yep, William Tyndale, the great hero, was burnt alive. But it didn't work. The Bible still existed. So the devil thought, okay then, I'll get in through the back door like a Trojan horse and corrupt translations. And what a wonderful job he's done, Satan. What a wonderful job. The classic example of his intrusion as a Trojan horse is John chapter 1. You see, we in the Greco-Roman culture cannot comprehend Hebraic thought. John, who wrote this gospel, okay, translated in Greek, but John was a Hebrew, okay? He wrote this gospel to counteract what? Gnosticism, especially his arch enemy called Cerinthus. Do a Google on that, Cerinthus, C-E-R-I-N-T-H-U-S. This guy was promoting Gnosticism, that the Messiah was not pure man. In fact, in his letter, John wrote, "This is the Antichrist, those who deny the Messiah came down in flesh." Well, Trinitarians say, well, we believe that. No, you don't. No, you don't. You believe he was 100% man, 100% God, 200%. One translation says, the Antichrist, who is he who denies the Messiah, is fully human. You will not comprehend this because most of you listen to this are in Greco-Roman concept. John 1. Let's read it, shall we? King James Version. In the beginning was the Word, Logos. The Word was with God, pros in the Greek. And the Word was God. So John was saying, look, he wasn't a separate demiurge creator. The Logos was the Father. Right. The same was in the beginning with God. Now I'm looking at this KJV translation. Footnote, his pre-incarnation work. Bollocks. Chapter 1 verse 3. All things were made by him. Now, this is where it gets really obtuse. The 8 translations preceding the King James said all things are made through it. It, the word, dabar, Hebrew, logos, Greek. KJV put this in, made through him. Without him, was not anything made. In him was the life. It should be in it. Isaiah 55 verse 11, as my word goes forth, it will produce results. KJV. Oh. And the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Now, here we go in John 1, introduction of John the Baptist. Verse 6, John 1. There was a man sent from God, whose name was John the Baptizer. The same came from for a witness, to bear witness to the light, that through him all men might believe. He was not the light, okay, but was sent to bear witness of that light. This was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world. Who was in the world at this point? Pre-existent Messiah? No. He was in the world. The Father is called what? The God is called the light. God is light. There is no darkness in him. John 1:10, he was in the world, the Father. Romans 1, his invisible qualities are perceived through his creation. Alright? And the world was made by him. Who? The Father. Isaiah says, I alone created the world and the universe. And the world knew him not, knew the Father. John 1 verse 10. He came to his own. The Father did, indeed, through prophets. And his own, Israel, didn't receive him through the prophets. They killed the prophets. John 1 verse 12. But as many as he received him, the Father, he gave power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. Now we go forward. The first time in history of John 1, the Messiah is introduced, John 1:14, and the word, Debar Logos, became flesh. You see, you've got to really study John 1 very carefully. Messiah doesn't even enter the equation until you go to John 1:14. And we beheld his glory. The Word was in the beginning with the Father. Through Genesis 1, the Father spoke, the Debar, let light come to be, and there was light. In the Gospels, in the beginning, the Father spoke his word, which was accentuated and proclaimed by the Messiah. Look, the devil is far cleverer than you and me. He couldn't destroy the Bible, though he tried hard. He's got in through the back door like a Trojan horse to make you believe that the one he sent forth, the second Adam, was himself God the Son, or as cults teach, Michael the Archangel. It's crap. Crap. Messiah, who was tempted in Matthew 4, Luke 4, where Satan said, if you are a son of God, do this and do that. Would Satan, who's watched from ethereal space the transforming of mankind, would he have even bothered tempting God come down in flesh, or Michael the Archangel? He wouldn't have wasted his time. He would have said, this is no contest, I'm out. Satan knows more than you and I do, probably. He's watched it from ethereal space. Read John 1 very carefully, not through a Greco-Roman lens. Take your glasses off, your churchoid or cult glasses, and look at it very carefully. The Messiah does not enter the equation until John 1:14. The Debar, the Logos, became manifested in a human being, the last Adam, the man who cried out, Father, I publicly praise you, Lord of heaven and earth, because you've hidden these things from the wise and intellectual ones and revealed them to babes. At the resurrection of Lazarus, he said, Father, I know you always hear me, but on account of the crowd, please let me resurrect Lazarus. to show your power in me. The man who cried out when he was being nailed, Eli! Eli! Excuse me. Lama sabachthani, quoting Psalm 22 verse 1. My God. My God. Why have you forsaken me? But he wasn't actually losing faith there. He was rejoicing in the fulfillment of Psalm 22. Read it very carefully, Psalm 22. And then, when he was resurrected and appeared to a woman from whom he cast out 7 demons, Mary Magdalene, he said, stop clinging to me, Mary. She said, Rabboni! Rabboni! He said, no, look, back off, back off. I've not yet ascended to my Father. Go to my brothers and tell them I've ascended to my God and your God. Trinitarians, you are going to be really, really brought down to earth. Philippians 2, 9-11. Every knee will bow, every tongue will confess the Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach, is Lord, Kyrios, to the glory of God the Father. You have stumbled, Trinitarians, not only your fellow so-called Christians, but Jews, Muslims. Matthew 18 says, the Messiah said, if you stumble, one of these little ones who put faith in me, go and swim with the fishes. Put a millstone on your neck, go swim with the fishes. We're told in 2 Corinthians 11 that the devil masquerades as an angel of light. And Paul says, no wonder then his ministers, his minions on earth, masquerade as ministers of righteousness. Demons are here on the earth, brothers and sisters, and they are manifested in flesh, who spew out demonic teachings. 1 Timothy 4 verse 1 says this, many will fall away from the faith and pay heed to demonic doctrines of demons. Even Pilate recognized the Messiah. He said, Ecce homo in Latin. Behold the man. The man. Why then didn't the Father just, if he was an angel or God the Son, why did he just transfer him like Star Trek, onto Earth? Why did he have to go through a birth, have his diapers changed? Get real. Get really real. Do you know the Messiah? No, you don't, most of you, because you say he's either God the Son or incarnated angel. You don't know him. That's why Matthew 7 is devoted to you guys and girls. Many will say to that day, Lord, Lord, didn't we do this in your name? And do that in your name? He said, he will say, never knew you, get away from me. Sure.